We give away our data all the time, but if we're giving our data away every time we go to a pub, then you've got to start thinking about what's happening with that.
Mr. Speaker, I can tell the House that we will also reopen restaurants and pubs.
Shortly to follow, there was a guidance notes that have been published recently. They wanted us to track who comes in and who comes out. We needed to keep a record of it.
So I came in and I was just picking up a crate of beer, actually. I then kind of said to him, like, by the way, we built this thing. I don't know if this is something that is going to be useful for you guys, but we think it could be used for shops, for churches, for breweries, for pubs.
I started rambling at him and said, the only thing that we need is that it's not a pain to the customer.
Pub SVP essentially is like a one-page booking website. People can click one button and it just shows them the availability of the different time slots. And then they click once, enter their name and email, and that's it, they're booked in. We never remarket to them, we only send them transactional emails, so booking confirmed, booking cancelled, that kind of thing. And if the person has opted in to their mailing list, then they have that data forever. But if they haven't, then 21 days after the booking happens, we wipe the data from their system. When you have an account with the likes of OpenTable or many of these other apps, whether it's a big large pub chain also, they use that data like time and time again to try and work out
your consumer habits.
I think what's really important is that when people enter their data into many different applications, what they don't necessarily realize is that they're not entering their data to buy a pint in this pub. They're entering their data so that that company that has stored that information can basically remarket to them other pubs and other things.
Now, I understand that it's important for traceability, but I don't think it should be, that information is very sensitive, and I don't think should be taken into the wrong hands.
There's going to be a lot of people like interpreting these guidelines as an excuse to gather data on customers. Yeah, totally. What we're kind of hoping is that it becomes clearer exactly what information the government wants, and also there needs to be a balance between what is needed and what people are willing to provide.
We've been waiting for a time where we can open up again safely, right? And one of those things is you can't just have a shitload of people walk into a bar. It's just one of those things. We've been thinking about that since April. If you have to sit there and download an app and wait for 10 minutes to accomplish what you want, I'm gone. It's literally about, can we make it so that it's inoffensive to your experience here?
The best technology is when it's, you don't even know it's there. You don't want to have to download an app. You don't want to have to create an account. You don't want to have to download another app for the next pub. That's the main thing. Yeah. And with most of the systems that we're going to start to see, people are going to have to download an app. But after like the third or fourth app they've been forced to download by some pub chain, they're going to just go, this isn't working. And those systems are going to have to shift to this way of thinking.
This is where it's the difference between where does that data going? We can control it. There's no app. It doesn't search where your phone is going or where your phone is using or what locations you're in. We say, cool, we're going to do this for the sake of using the guidance that the government's providing, but also so that we can make a safer experience for the customer.